Hey, Shalom, Israel, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I love to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whose taught us is 100% truth. Shalom to the hopefully elect, and shalom to the Akim, blessing truth and sincerity, and shalom to the sincere Aqua doing their watching and learning. It's your brother Yakov from GMS Columbus Camp. It's a quick lesson through the Spirit. I got this lesson kind of entitled, Do You Really Love the Lord and What Are You Willing to Lose? And it ultimately comes down to the way you live and what you prioritize and what you set your heart upon, okay? And when you go into the word heart in the Hebrew, it goes into la, which means your mind. What do you set your heart and your mind truly upon? And a lot of people set their minds or their hearts upon the ways and the philosophies and the ways of living of this world. And a lot of people are very satisfied with this world and the way that they live, and they're content. Like, they're happy to say, I got this and I got that in this world. And ultimately, these people are willing to do whatever it takes to obtain these things. Now, while it may benefit you now, it will not benefit you in a time when it's most critical. It will not benefit you in a time when it's the most serious. It will not benefit you when the Lord returns. And that's to bring terror upon this place. Okay? And it speaks about that in Isaiah 66. It tells you the Lord is coming to bring anger. He's coming to render his anger, man, with fire, you see. So for you to sit around and play with the Lord and think that your carnal glory is worth more than heavenly glory is crazy. But guess what? To you, it may not be crazy. So guess what? You're going to be charged for that. So we're going to go into a few precepts real quick. Start at 1 John 2 and verse 15. It says, Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. What does this world breed? Wickedness. You see? And when you look out at the world, this world loves wickedness. Why do you think the YN, and if you're unaware what YN means, is young niggas. Young nigga, young niggas, whatever you want to call it. But why do you think that vibration is being pushed so heavily? Why do you think the shiesty mask was being pushed so heavily? Why do you think the LGBTQ agenda is pushed so heavily? You see? Why do you think women having a voice is pushed so heavily? You see? It's all wickedness, man. You see? You can't be out here trying to be a crash out YN, stealing cars. Oh, I'm going to steal your car. You work hard for it, but I'm going to steal it. Oh, you dish your crib? You got TVs? You got shoes? I'm going to break in your crib and steal your shit. Oh, you another YN like me? You think you tougher than me? I'm going to kill you. Just because you tough. That's the state of this world. Oh, you a woman? Oh, we women. we can accept people trying to be like us. So now you accepting all the gay dudes to your congregation. You see, this world breeds wickedness. So you love this world, man. You ain't of the Father, man. All right, it's gonna go into that. It says, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. That's plain as day. The way majority of people live their life is not of the Father, man. It's not of Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. It's not that. The life that you guys lead is Esau's world. You see, and one of Esau's blessings was the fatness of the earth. You see, fatness, the abundance of things. Gold, silver, money, food, women, men, the abundance, the fatness. You see? That's Esau's blessing, man. And guess what? You, Jacob, took hold of that blessing. You, Jacob, grasped to, I want what he got. And guess what? Through you selling out and dissing the Lord, like has been going on for many years now, dissing the Lord, you got your blessing too. So guess what? When the end comes and them nukes hit, guess what you're gonna be doing? Burning right with them. Good job, you know. That's the spirit y'all in, man. You're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to battle that, man. This world ain't got nothing to offer you but death. Alright? So now I'm gonna go to Matthew. I got a lot of scriptures in Matthew, but I'm gonna start in Matthew 6, verse 24. You see, because this is what y'all doing. Because you'll sell the image like, oh, I'm serving the Lord, I'm following Jesus' cross, and you're even jaking in the camps and then, you know, saying, oh, well, I'm serving Yahweh or Yahweh Shai or Yahuwah. You know how Jake do, man. Jake got all this different extra stuff that they do. All these different names, etc., man. Well, let's read this. Matthew 6:24 says, no man can serve two masters. You see? Now think about that, right? Let's think about it on a corner level. Say you got Mr. Miyagi, and you got Master Bruce Lee. Now, y'all might be learning the same thing, but Mr. Miyagi may say, well, you gotta do it this way. You gotta do this, you gotta do this, and you gotta do that. Okay. Well, let me go to Master Bruce Lee. What you got from me? He may say, well, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it this way. You see how it's a divide? I can tell you how to do this and how to do that, but it may be different from Mr. Miyagi, you know? You gotta pay attention to that, man, because eventually you're gonna be like, damn, okay, well, shit, I'm more comfortable doing it Mr. Miyagi's way. So fuck Master Bruce Lee's way. You see? And that's ultimately how our people have lost as well, because it may be more comfortable to do it a certain way. It may be easier to do it a certain way. You see? But the scripture speak about entry in at the straight gate. You see? And that word straight, STRAIT, that goes into a narrow passage, a position of difficulty. You see? So you finding a more comfortable, easier way may not be the best way. All right. So it's very, very, very rare for somebody to get the easy route, man. When you're in the truth, man, you're going to have to deal with tribulation. You're going to have to deal with temptation. You're going to have to battle a lot of things in this truth, man. So you trying to deal with two people and deal with two masters. And the master we're speaking about now is the Heavenly Father and the living begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and the rulers of this world, which is Esau Edom, man. You see, the wicked of the world, man. That's what we're battling against. And that's not an easy battle to beat. That's why when you come in the truth, you gotta have your mind made up. You see? You can't, matter of fact, let me see. We're gonna get this first. We'll get this first. Cause it go right with it. James 1:8. It's a quick one. It says, James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's plain as day. Because you're thinking on two accords. And now you taking your mind to different lengths. You have to take these both accords and I'm gonna pick, but then you might not pick. And then you take some from here, you take some from this one, you take some from that one, and you begin to create your own. You begin to create your own doctrine. You begin to lean on your own understanding, which the scriptures speak against. You can't lean on your own understanding, man. You see? And that's the problem. A lot of people in this world lean on their own understanding. And you serving two masters, you're going to pick this, pick that, pick this, pick that, and then gather up your own understanding. You see, in the scripture, speak about can two walk together as lest they be agreed. You can't walk with somebody that don't agree with you and don't understand and don't get it. You're making it liable for you to go off, man. You see? So now, I got more Matthew. I got a nice amount of Matthew in here. Just like it. Matthew. I'm going to go to 16 and verse 25. You see? Because this is the spirit that we're coming in as truth, man. You know, and forever, whatever, Jake may be out there watching and learning. Let's get this established, right? We all love our family. You know, a lot of us has known our family before the truth man had a relationship, whatever. You know, and it's not easy to be able to step away from your family. You know, because at the end of the day, we got heart, man, and it's a lot deeper than we even realize, man. You know, so I understand Jake that love their family and is willing to do this and that, but when you come in this truth and you come to serve the Lord, man, you got to be willing to let all that go, bro. You know, because you got to think, we spent a lot of our lives being hypnotized and pulled away from the truth and pulled away from what matters the most, being pulled away from a greater way of living. You know, we were introduced to a terrible way of living, you know, and it has definitely tarnished our people and tarnished a lot of things within us because, you know, you see Jake persevere in certain situations like, dang, imagine if we all did that. But ultimately we can't, because we're all under the curses, man. You see, and it goes to show you that the elect is very important, because only the elect will be able to pull themselves out of certain deals and be able to show forth a certain level of strength to pull away from certain things. And then be like, man, listen, I know I gotta lean on this system, but I ain't gonna abuse it. I'm not gonna make myself look stupid. I'm gonna stand on business, and I'm gonna handle what I gotta handle. That's why it's very important in the truth to grow. All right. But I'm gonna bring this. Matthew 16 verse 25. It says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it." You see, and a lot of people do that in the world, man. Like, damn, I gotta make a way. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to sell out. I'm willing to, get popped as a man. I'm willing to, give up my mom, sacrifice my mom. I'm willing to sacrifice this. I'm willing to sacrifice that. I'm going to sign on any dotted line. That's how motherfuckers in the world is, man. They doing whatever they can to put themselves in a position to so-called be better, considering this world. What can I say about it? Nothing. I don't care. But it just shows you the links and the levels that the people in the world are willing to go to appease their way of living and continue to grow in this state and in this world, man. And whole time is coming to an end, you know. So from there, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get Matthew chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 37 and read to verse 38. This whole chapter is really fire, but I'm gonna get to the point. Matthew 10, verse 37. It says, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me." You see? Now, and take the scripture right. It does not mean dish your parents, talk shit to them, and cuss them out, and do this and that to them. You always respect and you honor your parents, all that. But you gotta be willing to let go, because even your parents will steer you to go off and do certain things, and you gotta really pull away from your parents, and including other people, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters. You gotta be willing to let all of that go. I understand that me pulling away from this is bettering me. You see, it's no diss to your peoples, none of that. But you gotta better yourself, man, so that you can be better in the presence of the Lord, man. And that's what we're fighting for. Being great in the presence of the Lord. Being well in the presence of the Lord, man. See, a majority of our family is not well. Alright? And they don't understand. You see, and that's different. What makes us really well and makes us whole is the understanding. We understand why we deal with what we deal with. We understand why we go through what we go through. We understand why we're hurting. We understand. Our people in the world don't understand. They're just trying their best to cope. You see? Okay, I'm at verse 40. Matthew 10, verse 40 says, He that receiveth me, and he that receiveth me, receiveth him that sent me. See, we're trying to receive the Lord, man. So, like, I don't think I read verse 39. Let me go back up. Matthew 10:39 says, He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. And that's the point I wanted to get. You gotta be willing to lose this life, lose the love, sometimes lose your family, sometimes lose your woman, sometimes lose your kids, sometimes lose your crib, sometimes lose everything, man. Sometimes you gotta go through that. But at the end of the day, it's all a test from the Lord to see, are you gonna hold strong? You're gonna hold it down considering you lost everything? But guess what the Lord has to say about that? And we're gonna end it off with this. So look at Matthew chapter 19, verse 29. It says, And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sakes, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. See that? There are tremendous benefits to putting yourself last. Does that mean treat yourself like a piece of shit? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it means you will be brought to a lower state. You're not going to always have the money that you want. You're not going to always have the positions you want. You're not going to always have the privacy you want. You're not going to always have the food that you want. You're not going to always have the family that you want, because guess what? And this is very famous amongst Jake. When you begin to grow and be better and learn, and you begin to try and teach certain things to your family, majority Jake resent learning. They resent treatment. They resent, and they turn away from the things that make them better. And that's the difference between Jake and the world and Jake and the truth as well. A lot of Jake and the world, they don't want to hear what will better them. They don't want to hear, oh man, you smoke too much, you gotta stop smoking. You feel me? They don't want to hear, hey man, you eating too much, they don't want to hear that. You know, they don't want to hear what will better them. They want to hear what will appease to their flesh. They want to hear what will appease to their pleasure. And that's the problem with the world we live in the most, because a lot of people are caught up in the lust of their flesh, man. But if you continue to live in your lust, continue to live in your flesh, and continue to turn yourself over to this place, you'll be accounted less, man. You may be being set up for a missile. So, at the end of the day, we got a lot to be fighting for, man. And this is not nothing to be played with, nothing to be joked around with. We got a lot to focus on and a lot to be better on. And that's including myself. Alright? So, moral lesson, man. Love the Lord. Don't love the world, man. You're gonna die a lot quicker. I'll tell you that. But with that, Lord willing, Pray this lesson was edifying, and Jake was able to gain some understanding on the mindset we need to be in, especially in these last days, man. Things are very heavy. Things are very heavy, and we can't get caught up in the ways of this world. But real quick again, Slucky. But when I was edifying, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who touch 100% truth, who say Shalom and the Bible Ball.